So he asked for a break, and now you're stuck in that horrible mental loop. You keep checking your phone, you keep replaying conversations, you keep wondering what he's doing right now. But here is the truth that most women do not realize. The moment he asks for a break, the power dynamic in the relationship shifts immediately. Most women in this situation react in a way that actually pushes him further away. But if you handle this a little bit different, you can actually trigger the exact opposite reaction: curiosity, respect, and sometimes even regret. Now, let's talk about how to flip this situation entirely to your own benefits. First, we need to understand one thing very important. When a man asks for a break, it usually means one or two things. Either he feels overwhelmed by the relationship, or he's unsure about his feelings. But here is the key point. When someone asks for a break, when someone creates distance, they expect you to chase them. They expect emotional messages. They expect pressure. But when you do the opposite, that's when psychology starts to shift. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 6 things that completely change the dynamic when he asks for a break. I want you to watch the entire video because you won't regret it. Number 1, do not try to convince him. The first instinct that most women have when he asks for a break is to try to convince him to stay. Oh, we can work on this. Oh, I'm going to change. Oh, I promise you won't happen again. Oh, please, You start explaining everything. You promise you will change. You try to prove to him that the relationship can actually still work. But here's the problem. When someone has emotionally stepped out, the more you try to convince them, the more it feels like pressure. And pressure is only going to make him want more distance. So instead of arguing about the relationship, you can simply and calmly accept the break. Give him space. You can say something simple like this. Be like, hey, I understand you want a break. I respect that. That response is going to change the tone because now you're not chasing. You're showing emotional maturity. You're showing the calmness, independence. And that is very attractive. Number 2, give him the real space. Now, you could be like, wait a minute, that just sounds like number 1. But listen to this carefully. The break only works psychologically when it actually feels like a break. That means not constant messages, not checking in, not the I just wanted to see how you're doing type of messages. When you stay in contact constantly, the emotional pattern between you two never resets. But when you disappear for a while, something magnificent happens. Your absence becomes noticeable because men, pretty much human beings, they become curious about what they no longer have easy access to. And that's where reattraction grows. Number 3, stop waiting around. This is where most women lose their power during the break. They put their life on pause. They wait for a message. They wait for clarity. They wait for the relationship to restart. But the truth is, waiting makes your entire emotional world revolve around him. So instead, take that entire focus back to your own life. Reconnect with some old friends. Start doing things that energize you. Try doing things you stopped during the relationship. Because the moment your life becomes fulfilled again, you stop projecting neediness, and that changes every single thing. It shifts the entire energy. Number 4, you have to upgrade yourself. This break period can actually become a moment for some personal reset. This is a period in your life to improve the areas you may have ignored. Your health, your confidence, social life, career. Not because you're trying to prove a point to him, but because growth naturally changes your energy. And people, including him, they notice that shift. And that is where attraction restarts. The version of you he remembers from the relationship gets replaced by someone who's more independent and more attractive. Number 5, become slightly unpredictable. One thing that slowly kills attraction is predictability. When he knows exactly how you will react on each and everything he does, guess what? He stops feeling curious. So during this period, learn how to stop being emotionally predictable. You're not angry, you're not chasing, you're simply living your life, posting photos from a fun weekend, going out with friends, trying new things. Suddenly, the story in his head is going to change. Instead of him thinking, she's waiting for me, he's going to start wondering, what is she doing lately? And that curiosity is basically what's going to create the reattraction that you need. Number 6, let him experience the absence. This might be the most important point. Right now, he thinks the distance, the break, is going to make you chase. And in return, the reattraction you're looking for is only going to be felt, is only going to be experienced if you let him experience life without you in it. Totally. So if you keep filling that space with messages, emotional discussions, he will never truly feel your absence. But when you step back, he slowly starts noticing your absence, missing conversations, missing your presence. And that's often when men slowly start to reconsider their decisions. So if a man asks for a break, remember this: the worst thing you can do is to panic and to chase. And the best thing you can do is to change the dynamic completely. Give him space, focus on your life, grow stronger, and let the absence do the work. Finally, if you're looking for a structured blueprint on how to get him back in your life the right way, without crying, without begging, without pleading, without chasing, check the link below in the description, and you're just going to thank me later. So I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.